Imagine having a perfectly sharp mind, but a body that doesn't do what you want it to. This nightmare is the reality of John Ancliffe. The 74-year-old is a prisoner in his own body.
It seemed to come out of nowhere, really. They went on holiday, and when they came back, my dad was saying he couldn't roll his R's, and he had a little bit of a limp.
John was diagnosed with motor neuron disease 18 months ago.
I didn't know anything about MND, so I was, at that point, blissfully unaware about what was coming.
A talented musician, John was also fluent in 3 languages and had moved to Australia from the UK to be close to his grandchildren. Now the roles are reversed, with Jen helping to care for her dad. MND is a death sentence, and while sufferers know what's coming for them, they don't know when, as the disease progresses differently for everyone.
His body is shutting down. He is dying. There's no changing that. All we need is the choice to say when.
John and Jen are supporters of voluntary assisted dying.
I don't want my dad to die, but my dad is dying. The least we could do is go with dignity when he's ready.
Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk has introduced a bill which would allow terminally ill Queenslanders the power to choose how their life will end.
Its introduction today represents an historic step forward in Queensland. A step towards compassion, towards choice and autonomy, and most importantly, Mr. Speaker, towards dignity. Mr. Speaker, I commend this bill to the House.
The legislation outlines a person must be over the age of 18 in the advanced stages of a terminal illness and have less than 12 months to live.
We will have 12 weeks for the committee process to consider and take further submissions on this bill before we debate it in this House. And if passed, there will be a further 15 months to ensure the service's implementation.
MPs from both major parties will be allowed a conscience vote when the laws are debated later in the year. Over 18 months, the committee conducted 34 hearings across the state and took more than 4,700 submissions. The legislation provides a framework to help protect healthcare workers who don't want to participate, as well as those who do. But the proposed bill still has many critics. Lobby group Cherish Life was protesting outside Parliament. Members believe the wording is deceptive.
Because it is actually a euthanasia bill, which is a form of killing and assisted suicide. There would be more deaths in Queensland every single year.
They're concerned there will be wrongful deaths, as well as an increase in elder abuse should the legislation pass. The group says the true choice lies within palliative care, which is severely underfunded. $170 million will be made available over the next 6 years for the sector, but Palliative Care Queensland say an extra $275 million is needed every year.
The real type of assisted dying is actually palliative care. So people have a choice at the end of life. Someone who's very sick, for example, may decide they're not going to have any more cancer treatment and just opt for good palliative care for symptom management.
A key element of the eligibility criteria is that the person must have decision-making capacity for voluntary assisted dying at the time of administering the substance.
The bill won't be up for debate until September, and if it does pass, it won't be until early 2023, which will be too late for John. He made the decision early on not to see his disease through to the end.
When the time comes, I will be forced to die alone in order to ensure that my family cannot be accused of assisting me. To make matters worse, I will have to go before I am ready to ensure that I am physically capable.
Georgia Simpson, Sky News.